Another day, another phone that needs to be fixed. Today we have a 12 Pro Max with no power, and let's see if we can try to fix this thing. So first thing I'm gonna do is try to turn this thing on. And when we put power into the device, we're getting a leak of 20 milliamps. 20 milliamps is not anything that would prevent the power up, but we will address that later. But let's press the power button. And it looks like we're jumping up to 0.3 amps, which is not normal. The normal response should be a jump up to 150 milliamps and then dropping back down. But instead it looks like we're stuck at 0.3 and it's looping. So this is a very abnormal response. You don't really see this too often. But the first thing I'm gonna do is remove our NAND to force this into DFU mode and then see what our current response is. If we're still getting a current draw over 100 milliamps after we press the power button, that means that there's a short somewhere. But if we do go to DFU mode, it means that the CPU is just not meeting the requirements to power up. Okay, our NAND is removed. Let's see if this goes into DFU mode. So when we click the power button, it started at 200 milliamps and now it's slowly rising up to 300. So I have a feeling that we have a short somewhere. I'm gonna plug this into the PC anyways to see if we can detect, but probably not. And as expected, we're not detecting in the PC. So there's a short that's preventing this board from entering DFU mode. So let's check with our thermal camera and see if we see any heat. I took off this corner here and you can already see some green corrosion. So there's definitely some water damage underneath this. There is a chance that the CPU is short based on the symptoms, but the current draw is not high enough for me to really suspect that. And also, since I think this was water damaged, usually water damage wouldn't affect the CPU. It would only affect some of the components around it. Yeah, so we're not getting any obvious heat on the top itself, but I can see it's glowing underneath, so probably a short inside the board. Oh, I see something really bad. So, why was the CPU requirements not met? Well, this is why. It looks like the bottom of the fucking ocean in here. Oh my god, that is mold. This looks like Cheeto dust. I wonder if it is Cheeto dust. That is not Cheeto dust. Is this board safe to be around? Am I gonna fucking die? We even have some sort of moss growing on the clock. It's like some sort of algae. And this coil, oof. Look at this. Look at that coil. Holy shit. You can see the paint bubbling off of it. Well, there's not much to say. We're gonna transplant this board because this is not in a fixable state. It's just not happening. There's no chance. So we have a donor board here. Okay, so our donor board is prepped already. We have removed the CPU. We haven't removed the NAND, but I'm gonna use this NAND because since we haven't booted up, we don't know if the other NAND works. So there's no point transplanting it really, since this isn't a data recovery job. Then on the baseband board, we already removed our baseband CPU, and we need to bring our original baseband CPU and our original baseband EEPROM. Let's start with our original CPU. I'm gonna be using a new blade I've never tried before. This is the, yeah.
红海通第8代与您一路
So if I rip any pads, it's the blade's fault. Pretty nice. Good blade. I would recommend. This is the Hong Hai Tong blade. You can get it on AliExpress. So that was a pretty good pull. I mean, none of the glue got stuck on the CPU. So it's gonna be really easy to clean up. All right, let's install our CPU. Okay, we're installed. Now let's install our EEPROM, which goes right here. Just wanted to make sure that it was fully melted before I pulled it. So that's why you saw me tapping all the components. It's not because I'm clumsy, I promise. All right, let's plug in our dock connector and restore this upper board. So it looks like the restore is going through. I'm not sure yet, but either way, we're gonna have to restore again once we do the baseband transplant. So I'm just gonna blue balls you guys because I know you're gonna click off the second you see the screen. So let's do the baseband board now. Let me just incinerate all this mold first. Okay, let's reball. God damn it. All right, now let's move our baseband EEPROM. Oh. Whoa. Really popped into place there. All right, now let's reball the layer. All right, our layer installation looks good. Let's restore. All right, we finished our restore. We have touch, but you know, it's a little laggy, but because we're running on the power supply right now. And we have our IMEI number. So that's it for this repair. There wasn't a lot of diagnostic work to be done. I mean, as soon as I opened up the board, it was just too far gone. So we just skipped straight to transplanting. But that's how it's done. I hope you guys learned something. I'll see you guys in the next video.